So I'm going to surprise my mom at work today. Not for Valentine's Day, but just in general. So I grabbed her a few things from the store. So I'm about to go to her job and drop that off to her, so that way she can be like surprised. And then I'm taking her on a date tomorrow. We're gonna go hiking, and she doesn't know it yet. So
don't waste no time. I think that we should be fine. Oh, said we were through. Now I'm really gone. He said to me, oh, I tried so hard to let you go.
And then exhale, gently release your shoulders back down, holding your shoulder blades together so your chest is broad. We will repeat this a couple of times to help settle into our body.
So in the last video, I was showing y'all my altar and how I was cleaning everything up and what was on my altar, etc., etc. So these are my candles. They're still burning. This is my root candle, my manifesting generator candle is burning. I tried to burn that red candle for like a love situation, like to, you know, I've been really feeling like I needed a sense of self-love, and my ancestors singed that shit right the fuck out. So when that happens, like when you light your candles and it goes out like that, that just means they're letting you know that it's the wrong prayer or the wrong time or it's unnecessary. So I didn't need to do that one. I leave everything the way it is on my altar when I'm doing my spell work, and I don't touch anything except for refreshing my water. Because you're supposed to just let everything sit. And once your candles finish burning, once you've burned your petitions and whatnot, that's when you rid of, like you start moving things around and you clean and get rid of stuff. And this is a self-cleansing candle. This is supposed to be for clarity, new beginnings, which was perfect. And so far from what I'm looking at, these have really good clean burns. Even the green candle has a good burn. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that one. Oh, and I got these kind of last minute. I got these as an offering. I got my son 7. I got him a new tank. He can have more space to swim around. And this is a rock my mom made. And that's supposed to go in my garden. So I did that. Gotta take this trash out. So I organized my bookshelf. I color coordinated my books, just because I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to feel more organized. So I color coordinated my books and put everything in categories. Virgo, period. This one is actually a coming of age book. It's about suicide and being bullied. And that one's so good. So far, so good. This one is a manga. This one I started to read last time, but I never got a chance to finish it because I had some other stuff going on. And I've been trying to read the Renegade series by Marissa Meyer, and I couldn't find this book to save my life. The library had the other two books, but they didn't have this one. And I went in there to find something else to read and just so happened to look, and they had this one on the shelf, and it was the only one. So I said, let me go ahead and get that book right now before I forget, because I got it on audio, but I wanted to get the physical book. So I'm going to be reading those this week. And then we have the book club. Like I said, Micayla has the book club coming up, and this is the book that we're going to be reading. If you check her page at the link below, she also has where you can get the ebook in her Discord. So yeah, you just got to go through the invite, and then you can go through the Discord. So yes, I'm going to read those until we start the book club. And Sun's just stretched out. He's so lazy. Sven, he's lazy. Hey guys. So I'm back, and this is part of my 2 weeks of getting back to myself. So the past week and a half has been another journey. I'm getting more in touch with myself. I took my mom to Great Falls, so that way she could see the waterfall. I took her there for Valentine's Day. She's always my Valentine. #single life. So I took her to the falls. She had a great time there. I had a great time there. It was a great connection. It was very grounding. And I just really said that I was going to get back to water. So the actually getting back to water like I said I wanted to felt really good to me. Also, I had a great conversation with someone today about growth and development and mental health. Someone close to me is really going through a troubling time right now, and you know, you just come to that point where you just get a sense of feeling out of control. And when you feel out of control, a lot of times it gives you the sense of unempowerment. No matter what, you grow through what you go through. Like, don't compare your situation to someone else's. And like, they were like, oh, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so proud of you, and I, hope to get like you, and this, that, and the third with where you are in your life. And I was just like, don't even dwell on that, because you're not gonna get to where I am, because you have your own journey, you have your own story, and things are gonna be as magnificent for you. But my story isn't your story, so don't worry, like you're completely taken care of. The universe has your back. And I talked to them about how, I manifested a lot of the things that I had right now. And that sense of empowerment made me feel really good. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of release. So I was inspired by a few YouTubers, but the one that inspires me the most, I would have to say, is Pretty Boy XO, aka Micayla. Like, however, she's made me feel like it is a place, not just me, I'm sure, but she's made us feel like it's a place where we can be very vulnerable and very comfortable with communicating the way that we're feeling and what our thoughts are. So shout out to her. She inspired me, like, within the past week or so, to really get out, do some, like, the last post where I had release and movement and whatnot. Like, she inspired that, because I noticed that there were a lot of things that I wasn't touching on. And movement is one of them. I tend to actually spend a lot of time in my own space. So that movement and spending time with family and just having a great time and just letting my hair down was a really great experience. So I'm glad that occurred. So that way I could experience that. So today I'm getting my space together. My rabbit decided, I let him chill on my bed last night, and he decided that he wanted to pee on my comforter. So yeah, so I got that stuff in the wash. I always organize and clean, but today I did a more extensive clean. And I cleaned up some spots that I don't usually get, which has had me feeling really good. Ever since I've been cleaning up a lot more, like in detail, I feel like I've really been cleansing myself of, like, I can just feel my brain decluttering. I can feel my heart letting go of the weights and the pressures of everyday life. So washing that stuff. Oh, I got a shelf like organizer thing yesterday. These was like $60 originally. I got this one for like $30 from Michael's. So if you got a Michael's in your area and you see that they have these, take advantage of this.
So I just wanted to come back at the end of that video because I realized I didn't like film an outro. So reflections of the past 2 weeks is I feel a lot more enlightened about just a lot more enlightened in general. I can feel a difference in my attitude. I feel a difference in my energy. I've been doing yoga a lot more, meditating, and my writing has become a lot more extensive. Whereas before I wasn't really writing as much. Oh, and that book I was telling y'all about, This Joan is Good. I finished it. In like, I opened it and I finished it within like 24 hours. This book is real good. It's one of those you pick it up, you can't put it down. It's called Squad by Mariah McCarthy. This is really good. My burn candles, I showed y'all those. Today is 2/22/22. So I plan on writing some more stuff for release. And pretty much just reflections. Like, as far as reflections when it comes to this ending video cycle for February, I realized by paying attention to those things around me, I manifested a lot of things that I didn't think that I could manifest. Like, I took back a lot of my power just by putting my mind to it, by thinking those positive thoughts. I'm going to continue that on for March coming. We got the book club coming up, so I'm going to be reading that book, All About Love by Bell Hooks. And I'm going to make sure that I journal a lot through that time frame, so that way I can share with you guys, like, you know, what my reflections are. And so one of my main reflections from February is just set a plan, set a goal, stick to it. And then just don't let anybody steer me away from what my goals are ultimately. Continue to move forward in my truth and do things that make me happy. And I noticed that a lot of things earth-wise, like going to the water and making sure that my mom had a great time, doing something that she would enjoy, doing those things for other people and spending that time outdoors in those earthy environments, really doing for others, made me feel really good. So I'm going to continue on with that this upcoming month, especially since my mom's a Pisces and her birthday is in March. So I got some other things coming up. And I'm still filming, so I have another video that's coming, so you guys can keep a lookout for that. But I'm sure I'm not the only one who's gone through the month of February or within the past 2 weeks who has done different things for release and manifestations. So if you have any tips, or if you want to share like what you did to release or how you get back to yourself, please list them below. I got back to myself, or started to get back to myself, by continuing to be grounded, by getting back to those earth things. So tell me below. Tell me what you did.